And we're back. 2 minutes later. You know, so the last question was, where's this headed? You know, it feels like, okay, well, this is different. This is some progress. You know, I think I've done a couple recordings of, you know, like the diary stuff or the journaling I've done. And, well, that was the May 1st recording where I'm out by the campfire, and it's just a voice recording. And I put up a picture that I didn't take. That was the first, I think, serious video, I guess audio, you know, that I did. So I've done some in the past where it's pretty long and stuff, but, you know, this is a couple rapid fire ones, you know, and it's generally in these despairing moods that I churn my way through them, you know, ruminate about these things, and so yeah, where is it headed? You know, because it could be, oh yeah, I know all this, I know all that, and the final realization hits that, yeah, there is no hope. And, you know, that's part of it. Greater than or equal to chance of this working out, you know, in a good way, I guess. Yeah, suicide, yeah. Gotta talk about it. See, you can't talk about that, you know. I remember, okay, I guess we'll talk about, yeah, I think what we'll call it, my suicidal ideation. Can we put that in the title? Does YouTube allow controversial things like that? I don't know. But it was around the military school incident, which again, I realized my parents threatened to abandon me to military school. I was doing well, and you can look at the other stuff, but it was just totally unfair. It was just self-indulgent bullshit. And I realized this is their tactic of abandoning me, or threatening to abandon me, and just, and that I couldn't talk to them about it and say, what the fuck is up here, you know? It was, I don't know when exactly, but it was around that time, you know? And if you look at the video right before this, I should start numbering these again. I used to number the old Guerrero only videos, and I should do that again. I really should. That's a task, you know. But who cares, you know? It's like, ugh. No, I should. It's hard to say, oh, the one video before, and it's like, well, numbers would help that a little better, since there's no master. Well, there's like a chronological list as long as this is on YouTube, but ugh. Whatever. I'll go off on these tangents, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, okay, so yeah, I was, you know, the first suicidal stuff came about around that military school incident time, when I realized, oh, these people threatened to abandon me. I can't talk to them about it, and it's just this emptiness, you know, and I couldn't talk to anyone else about it. And again, the Danube incident, I realized I was alone, you know. And, you know, desperately I sort of hoped maybe I'd find some people or whatever, but who got this stuff. And, you know, I kind of forgot I felt this way. Not, well, I don't know, I'm just being vague and rambling. I guess I don't have that much to add to this last video, or to the previous video. But yeah, it's like you just can't talk about this stuff. And that's part of the aloneness too, is, oh, by the way, guess who wants to not be here anymore at all? Oh, can't mention that. Because, you know, great parents, great society, and just everyone's understanding, right? And you're the crazy one. So, yeah. You can see why I'm kind of bitter when I mentioned in that a couple of videos ago when I was on Buspar for a few weeks or a month, I don't know. You know, went to the Psychologist, not senior year, but sophomore, junior year. The problem is with me. Now, I could never be honest with her because she was a fucking bitch, you know. I could never tell her about I may have told her about the military school incident. That was pretty open stuff with the Danube stuff. No, I don't think I've told anyone that. Well, why would I? I definitely didn't tell her. No. You know. I just feel alone. I don't feel. I am. No. I can't talk to anyone about anything. People don't seem to have any depth. It's a fucking zombie world out here. So. So yeah. Man, lots of bitter pills being thrown out here. Yeah. But that's what it is. Like, and when I originally wrote Guerrero, I had a lot of these thoughts and ideas even then, and I sort of knew it. It's become a lot more clear. But hey, let's do this. Let's Guerrero. Masculine likes masculine. It's not gay, and there's truth to it. But to reiterate from the last video, I had a boyfriend, effeminate. And I thought, oh, that's the problem with the relationship. Oh, he was no. No, we were both idiots, and all that unprocessed childhood stuff, and I started to forget. It was easier to write, oh yeah, it's the masculine. And look, let's go throw a ball around. I'm still open for that. Although, again, I'd prefer to, I thought, okay, it's masculine, it's a little different, and then we can start talking about some of the real stuff. Maybe that's a good starter. We don't start heavy and say, yeah, guess who wants to kill themselves? Come join me in my misery, which is what it is, right? I wanted to put on a sort of happy facade there, or a sort of scholarly facade, and then, fuck. And my feeble efforts have not worked. And now what? I'm just some rambling guy going through the forest, yelling about how suicide is probably what's going to happen, Well, where's the lie, right? I don't want it. And I still have the same sort of trepidation most of the time about it. When it first started to come up, I remember I saw this site. What was it? This site. What was the metanoia? It was like a black background site. And it's like, okay, that's nice. You read about that. It feels a little better, but it wears off. Because it doesn't go to the root of the issues. Because the root of the issues is military school incident, Danube incident. Me writing a little poem that ends with, I was, will be, or I was, something to the effect of was, is, will be, meaning I was alone, I am alone, I will be alone, and I couldn't put alone, I just had to put the verbs there, was, is, will be. That's my fear, I guess, that's my fear from when I was 16, and the Danube incident occurred. Again, that's the last video. I'm not kidding. This is a continuation of that. I just need that in my life. I think a lot of people, I don't know, even the people like Molyneux, he seems to be friendly with some people who I don't think talk about the stuff he's talked about with the family stuff, or I don't think they've acted on it and said, okay, well, ditch my, or I don't know. It just doesn't, again, it doesn't look like there's a massive amount of people there who understand this stuff. There isn't some mass thing behind it. Oh, it might be raining again. So, again, it goes back to good enough. There have been people who have written stuff like this that's good enough. what fucking different thing can I do here? You know? Oh, I'm glad we have videos for the next week now, I think. It is kind of hard to put the timestamps on some of these. I had some... I just put up the one about Ned, that book. It's nobody's fault. It's not the emptiness everywhere. It's not the zombie world. It's, you know, it's that Ned needs to be medicated. It's his brain. It's not his parents' divorce. No. It's not his shitty school. No. It's his weird brain. We have to medicate him. It's for his own good. And that's the medical professionals, you know. And that's what happened to me with the Buspar stuff, right? Fuck. Yeah. And it just hurts. You know. And even now there isn't that acceptance. There is, and maybe that's a good thing. You know, that suicide is not a good thing. But whatever. You know. And even on good days, you know, I cognitively get this. Like, yeah, it's not good. You know. But it's on these days that I really fucking feel it. Oh, and boy, do I. So yeah, where are the where are the people who get this stuff? You know. You know, maybe this is just what it is. It's this stuff is so, you know, it just this stuff is just so toxic. It's like quicksand that draws you in and you can't get out. And maybe it's too late for me. You know, I feel that sometimes. Suicidal Quick Sand, a good video title and a good name for a band. So, you know, and on good days, I generally can't do these videos. Maybe now, I don't know, we'll see. But I've been pooping these out today, haven't I? What, this is 4 or 5? I think so. We're running out of space here on the entire memory card. Because again, I can put this stuff out there. I can finally be honest and no longer have the fear of not putting it out there. But again, I don't think I answered that question in the last. Fear? Is it fear to not say, was his will be alone? So when I was at the therapist's office back in high school, and I don't think I told her, well, look, bitch, you know, you keep covering for my parents. Oh, did I mention? Okay, hold on. Well, we'll reference. You know, in between sessions, you know what happened? This was on the Buspar. I don't think I mentioned this before, right? And oh, it's calming, it's relaxing, it's no side effects, and I don't think it was because, I mean, there were some side effects with it, but that's some small side effects. But I think by putting me on a drug, it basically said, we don't care about you. We're going to pretend you're sick, and this is this placebo or this fake drug we're going to give you, whether it has side effects or whether, you know, it doesn't matter. It's like we're going to gaslight you and say your brain is the problem. We're going to gaslight you and say fuck you. It's not that you have existential needs like, I don't know, not living in a miserable fucking zombie world surrounded by people who threaten to abandon me and people who I can't talk to about these issues. You know, bitch therapists, right? There we go. Some of that passion's back. Hooray. My fan still doesn't work. Well. It's fine. The fan, okay, it doesn't matter. The box fans are fine and good enough. I don't care. Oh my God. Speaking of people who should not be medicated, so I couldn't tell the therapist this. I couldn't tell her about the Danube incident. I couldn't tell her about, and again, so in between the Buspar stuff, so while I was taking it, I think I just got so depressed by taking it because it showed that these people don't want to talk about the real issue, that they threatened to abandon me, that, you know, I'm really down, suicidal. I never mentioned that to anybody, of course, you know, because again, it's a good, open, honest world we live in. And, you know, yeah. But when I was, so when I was taking that drug, we had weekly therapy sessions, right? And in those weekly therapy sessions, a lot of them were kind of family sessions where my parents would sit in as well. And in between these two sessions, my mother, well, so I was on the Buspar, I got really frustrated with it, and I threw a couple books on the floor while my parents were away. And I think I didn't want to I could have put them back, but I was kind of crying as well. I think I wanted them to notice. And my mother did notice, you know, and she was just screaming at me and, you know, you're going to burn the house down next. Again, usual nonsense, you know. And she threw me in a bathtub and let water on me. Yep. Because, you know, it's a nice, healthy family dynamic, right, that we had going on there. And I'm the crazy one. I should be medicated, of course. I mean, I am the crazy person talking about meaning and existence in a forest. So, yeah, fair point. You know, and, you know, would you believe it? The next family therapy session we had, this was never brought up. Would you believe this? Would you believe that this was not brought up? That, oh, wait, you know what happened on this Buspar? Yeah, because I'm so depressed at being alone and not having anyone to talk to. You see, my mother threw me into the fucking bathtub and let the water on. That's what happened on this wonderful drug of yours. That really is just gaslighting so we don't talk about anything real. You fucking bitch. Her name is Eva Stubitz. She works in Houston somewhere. Fuck her. You know? And this bitch, she sent me, after my mother died, and this was well past, this was what, 5 years after high school, but she sent me a nice little note, you see. And it was like, something like, well, you should really know your mother did really love you. That was it. And these people, I don't know, I don't think she was an MD, but these people are the fucking professionals. Unfucking believable. You know? So for anybody who's like, oh, go see a therapist. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, when they start talking about this stuff, maybe. And it's like, okay, this feels nice. 18 minutes. You know, weight off my shoulders. Again, the fan still doesn't work, but that's fine. You know, well, there we go. That's a nice, heartfelt story too. You know. And so what? You know, what do I do with this? Where's the, you know, where's the people I can be around now? Where are my people? Where are the people who are compatible with this? Who want to talk about this? You know, and again, I don't want to jump the gun on this one, but okay, what's the purpose of our life after that? What do we do? But okay, again, it'd be nice to just find like-minded people. You know, but it's just, ugh. It's all fucking misery. You know. And, you know, is it so shocking that I don't want to be here? You know, I think about suicide with all this. I don't think so. You know. You know. You know, and on days where I feel good, I still cognitively realize, you know, this is kind of pointless. There's no point in going on, but I don't feel it. And even on days where I feel like, what's the point? And it's despairing and, ugh. Yeah. I kind of cognitively know, yeah, I'm not going to kill myself right now. And things, and again, part of it is, you know, got kind of that inner dialogue. And again, it'd be a little better with more people around. And then there wouldn't be a need to be, you know, walking myself off the ledge every time. You know, but it's like, yeah, I've been here before. You know, I've had shitty moods. You know, little things like a fan not working or a fan being installed wrong. But that's just a cover, you know. There's nothing else going on. That's what it is. It's not the fucking fan. Although it is annoying, you know. But now that we're sufficiently pissed off, depressed, and despairing about those banal things, you know, we can talk about the more important things. 21 minutes. Well, yeah. And how much I hoped, you know, well, I don't know, we can put that in there. I mentioned football, you know, the raggy football I had. I didn't play football, and, you know, the guy I really liked in high school didn't play football, but I think I found it. I think by some happenstance, we ended up at the same park near my house, and a common friend invited us or something, and we found a football, and I took that home. I don't know. It just reminds me of him. You know, and how desperately I wanted to just talk to him about it, or anybody. You know, it was easy to fixate on like one person. You know, I have one crush like that. But it wasn't about him. It's just, it'd be nice to talk to anyone, or not talk, but, you know, have someone understand it. And, you know, but that wasn't. Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. That really, really sucks. Ugh. Oh, fuck me. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I've kind of talked myself out today. What, 2 recordings at home, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. And it's just, yeah, let me just leave on that it does feel hopeless, you know. Okay, so I put this, and that's why I never wanted to put this stuff out there. It's like, I kind of knew where this is going. Okay, I put the end, so what? I bitch and moan about a couple stories, and so what? You know, no one else is really into this stuff. No one else gets stuck on this. They move on or whatever. Even if they even remotely think about it, they just, I don't know. You know, I just wish I could get into the mood of, let's give this a good effort, let's put out all the stories, let's try to be a little more cheerful. But I don't know, I can't force myself into that. Again, maybe we'll do different things, you know. Let's end on let's try a somewhat fucking positive note, you know. It's not going to kill us. Other things might. But it's like, oh, go do different things, you know, go out to these parks more. And it's like, yeah, that's good. You know, I was cooped up too much in the house, in the new house. You know, trying to solve problems that, you know, are a little more complicated and a bit more. But then again, I frustrated myself into talking about this stuff now, right? So, let's just not deal with those things. We'll deal with it when things... Oh, that's raining again, huh? You know, let's deal with things when they break. You know, well, that's the fan. You know, it wasn't working. Yeah, I should... No. Okay, we'll do another one. We'll do, hold on, 25 minutes. Symptom management. That's going to be the next one. Is let's try new things, but symptom... Okay, let's do that one.